Stop lying to yourself about building muscle. Every day you scroll through your phone, binge watch shows, or convince yourself that tomorrow is the day you'll finally take action. Your muscles are wasting away, slowly and silently. Every excuse, every delay, every "I'll start next week" is another chance squandered while your body fails to become what it could be. This isn't a small problem. This isn't something that fixes itself. Muscle doesn't grow in wishes. Muscle grows in moments when every choice you make either fuels it or destroys it. And right now, most of the choices being made before bed are destroying progress. Late night snacks, mindless eating, sugar, alcohol, or skipping protein entirely. All of it is silently dismantling the hard work done in the gym, the sweat spilled during workouts, the pain endured to push through fatigue. Every evening you go to sleep without feeding your body what it truly needs is an evening wasted. Not just wasted in terms of calories, but wasted in terms of potential. Wasted in terms of the life-changing strength, confidence, and health you could be building. And the worst part is that it's preventable. The solution isn't complicated. It's not a new supplement or a gimmick. It's a simple, consistent choice, one that is entirely under your control. What you take before bed, the nutrients you deliver to your body in the hours it spends repairing itself, can either accelerate your gains beyond imagination or silently erode them while you sleep. The gym builds the raw material, but the nutrients you consume build the structure. Without the right fuel, muscles shrink, recovery slows, strength stalls. The body you're dreaming of is waiting, but it won't wait forever. Time is unforgiving, and every night spent ignoring the opportunity to feed your muscles is a night lost forever. The truth is uncomfortable. Most people fail to see it because the damage is invisible. Muscles don't send alerts. Fatigue doesn't always come immediately. Gains disappear quietly, leaving behind excuses, frustration, and regret. And it all starts in the moments before sleep. It's not about working harder in the gym. It's about working smarter in the hours when your body is most receptive, most capable of transformation. Imagine lying in bed, muscles aching from a brutal workout, the body screaming for repair, and ignoring the one thing that could turn soreness into strength. That's the reality for millions. Every night they sleep while muscle loss accelerates, while fat quietly takes hold, all because no one taught them the simple truth. What you do before bed is more powerful than what you do in the gym. Your life, your strength, your potential is being defined in these silent hours. Excuses cannot feed muscles. Procrastination cannot grow strength. Neglect cannot produce results. Only action, only deliberate, consistent choices can. The moment you realize this, the moment it truly sinks in, you see how brutal the truth is. Your dreams of muscle, of strength, of power will never materialize unless you stop pretending that the day is the only time to make a difference. Nights are where champions are made, where the silent work happens, where the body rebuilds stronger than it was before. And this isn't just about aesthetics. This is about resilience, vitality, longevity, and refusing to settle for mediocrity. It's about taking control of the one thing that can't be borrowed or bought, your body. Tonight, the choice is simple. Continue letting excuses dictate your results, or take the step that separates those who grow from those who stagnate. Tonight, the right choice can turn your body into a machine of growth, repair, and strength. Tonight, what you take before bed will either destroy your potential or ignite it. Every second wasted, every bite ignored, every habit neglected is a lost opportunity to become stronger, healthier, more unstoppable than you were yesterday. The clock doesn't care about your excuses. Why? Our body doesn't wait for your motivation to appear. Growth is not optional. It is earned in choices. And the choice you make tonight could change everything. Do you let another night slip by, surrendering gains to laziness? Or do you take control and feed the body that works so hard for you every single day? The moment of truth is now. Nothing else matters until you decide to act, to give your muscles exactly what they need while they repair, rebuild, and transform. Sleep is not rest. Sleep is an opportunity. Feed your body, honor your work, and stop letting another night go to waste. Here's the first harsh reality. Muscle doesn't grow while you're staring at dumbbells or running on a treadmill. It grows when the body is repairing itself, when the microtears from lifting are being rebuilt into stronger, denser, more resilient fibers. That's not a suggestion, that's biology. All the sweat, all the pain, all the hours you spent training hard are meaningless if the body isn't fed the right fuel when it's in recovery mode. And this is where most people fail, catastrophically, silently, and without ever realizing it. You can lift like a beast every day, but if your muscles go to bed hungry, they will literally cannibalize themselves. The protein that could have been used to repair and grow is missing. Your body scavenges what it needs from existing, muscle. And instead of gaining, you're losing. Strength stalls, progress evaporates. And the worst part? You can't see it immediately. That's the cruel trick. The destruction happens quietly while the world sleeps, leaving only frustration and confusion when the scale refuses to budge or the mirror refuses to reflect the gains you deserve. You might tell yourself, I ate well today, I trained hard, I'll be fine. But the night is where it all counts. The hours between putting your head on the pillow and waking up are a battlefield, and your body is either winning or losing. Every neglected meal, every skipped protein shake, every sugary late-night snack is a surrender to weakness, a choice to stagnate rather than dominate. Think about it. You spend hours under fluorescent lights, pushing iron, forcing your body into temporary agony, and then you leave it defenseless at the most crucial time, when repair and growth actually occur. That's not just a mistake. That's self-sabotage. Your body doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care that you worked hard enough today or deserve a break. Biology is unforgiving. Growth demands fuel. Recovery demands fuel. Muscle demands protein, slow digesting amino acids, and consistent support. Without it, all your effort is debt, and debt always comes due. Here's the reality most people refuse to face. Muscles are starving while you sleep. You think calories from a candy bar or chips are enough, but those empty carbs do nothing for repair. They spike insulin, store fat, and leave your muscles hungry for what they need most. And yet millions of people do this every night, oblivious, believing that training alone is enough to build strength. It isn't. Discipline isn't just in the gym. Discipline is in the kitchen. Discipline is in the night. Discipline is in feeding the body what it needs when it's most receptive. Ignoring this is like digging a hole while someone fills it in behind you. You can't cheat biology. You can't fake recovery. Every neglected habit, every skipped meal, every sugary bite at night compounds, and the body eventually pays the price. Gains that could have been monumental vanish, replaced by mediocrity and frustration. The truth is brutal, but it's liberating if you accept it. Your growth, your strength, your health is entirely under your control. And yet most people fail simply because they refuse to act in the quietest hours, the hours that matter most. The body doesn't know weekends from weekdays. It doesn't care if you are tired, lazy, or distracted. Repair happens on its schedule. Growth happens on its schedule. And if don't feed it, it will rob itself, leaving you weaker, slower, and less resilient. That's reality. No one is coming to save your muscles. No one is going to magically transform your body while you scroll, snack, or sleep without proper fuel. Muscle growth is earned in choices, not hope. And the night is where those choices have the most impact. The first step is simple but non-negotiable. Stop starving your body while it's repairing itself. Feed it the protein it craves. Nourish it with nutrients that last. Prioritize recovery over empty calories. Respect the hours that truly define your progress, because every moment ignored is a step backward. Discipline in these moments separates those who stagnate from those who dominate. This isn't optional. This isn't negotiable. The body rewards action and punishes neglect, and ignoring the one window of time where growth is guaranteed is the most expensive mistake you can make. Truth number 2, most people ruin their muscle growth without even realizing it. They think progress is only about lifting heavier or training longer, but the real enemy lurks quietly in the hours before sleep. It's not visible in the mirror right away. It doesn't scream for attention. It hides in the foods you mindlessly eat, the habits you excuse, the choices you call just a treat or just one night. Late night snacks, sugar, alcohol, processed carbs, these are not harmless indulgences. They are sabotage. Every cookie, every slice of pizza, every sugary drink consumed before bed is like throwing a grenade at the very muscles you work to build all day. The body cannot distinguish between what helps and what destroys when it is forced to process empty calories while it should be repairing. Fat is stored, hormones spike, protein is ignored, recovery halts, muscle that could have grown stronger instead breaks down. And this isn't theory, it's hard science, yet millions refuse to see it. They cling to excuses, I earned it, I'll start fresh tomorrow, one night won't matter. That one night turns into a pattern, and patterns destroy progress faster than laziness ever could. Here's another brutal realization, the body doesn't negotiate. It doesn't care about your good intentions. Every poor choice is logged, every nutritional mistake accounted for, and the cumulative effect is devastating. Strength stagnates, energy crashes, recovery slows, and gains vanish. And because the damage is slow, subtle, and invisible, it's easier to blame the gym, genetics, or lack of time rather than admit the truth. You're your own worst enemy. Most people never realize that they are actively destroying their potential while believing they're building it. It's a harsh pill, but swallowing it is the first step toward reclaiming control. The hidden enemy isn't laziness. It's neglect. It's the false belief that what happens outside the gym doesn't matter. It's the night full of poor habits, mindless scrolling, and empty calories that eats away at months of effort. Muscles don't forget. They remember neglect, and they pay you back in lost strength, lost mass, and lost confidence. Every missed opportunity to feed the body before bed is a gift given to mediocrity. And this doesn't stop at food. Stress, poor sleep, lack of structure, all of these compound the damage. Cortisol spikes, recovery slows, and muscle that should be repairing is instead cannibalized for energy. Your late night habits are not neutral. They are either building the body you want or destroying it. Most people ignore this because the results are invisible in the moment. They sleep, wake up, and complain about stagnation. They wonder why the scale doesn't move, why strength doesn't increase, why results feel impossible. And all the while, the hidden enemy, the combination of poor nutrition, inconsistent habits, and lack of pre-bed discipline, is quietly winning. Shocking as it is, your biggest obstacle isn't genetics. It isn't the gym. It isn't even motivation. It's your choices after 9 p.m. Every bite, every sip, every excuse is a calculated act of self-sabotage. You don't have to be a genius to fix it. The solution is simple, yet brutally effective. Cut the sabotage, feed the body what it needs, and honor the hours where growth actually happens. Casein protein, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or any slow-digesting source is enough to tip the balance in your favor. No gimmicks, no fads, no miracle powders. Just one deliberate, consistent choice every night that says, I'm done letting my body go hungry while it should be growing. The difference is monumental. What used to be lost in neglect now becomes recovered. Strength accelerates. Muscle grows. Recovery is faster. Fat is managed. Energy surges. One small, consistent action before bed separates those who stagnate from those who dominate. The truth is unforgiving, but liberating. The hidden enemy isn't external. It's not the gym, the workload, or even the time of day. It's inside your kitchen, inside your habits, inside your nightly decisions. You can either let it destroy months of effort, or you can take control and turn the night into your secret weapon. And once you see it, once you acknowledge the quiet destruction happening under your nose, excuses become meaningless. The choice is yours. Keep feeding weakness or start feeding strength. There is no middle ground. Mediocrity lives in the night. Champions live there too, but only if they act. Muscles are hungry. They don't take breaks. They don't care about convenience or excuses. They crave nutrients during the hours when the body is repairing, rebuilding, and transforming. And here's the reality most people refuse to face. Timing is everything. You can eat perfectly during the day, crush your workouts, and still destroy progress if you don't fuel your body when it's most receptive, while you sleep. Every hour between your last meal and the moment you hit the pillow is a window of opportunity. Ignore it, and your body scavenges its own muscles for fuel. Feed it, and it becomes a machine of repair, strength, and growth. Usher their workouts. They know the quiet hours matter more than the spotlight hours, and yet most people ignore it. Most people allow random habits to dictate results, then complain when the mirror or the scale doesn't cooperate. The truth is harsh. You are sabotaging your own progress if you fail to feed your muscles when they are most capable of growth. But here's the liberating part. It's fixable. One small adjustment tonight can change everything. One deliberate choice, taken consistently, turns wasted hours into explosive growth. Strength that would have plateaued now skyrockets. Recovery that lagged suddenly accelerates. Fat that crept in is burned instead of stored. Energy surges, resilience rises, and the body responds the way it was always capable of. Timing doesn't just optimize results, it defines them. The body will always respond to opportunity. Give it nutrients when it's repairing, and it thrives. Ignore it, and it starves while destroying what you've worked for. This is the brutal edge most people never exploit because they think timing doesn't matter, or they convince themselves that the perfect diet during the day is enough. It isn't. Your body has a schedule. Growth has a schedule. The night is when both demand attention. Everything else is secondary. And here's the truth nobody wants to say. Most failures in the gym are failures at night. Most stagnation, most frustration, most wasted months of effort are caused by ignorance or neglect of these quiet hours. The moment you accept that, everything changes. Discipline in the gym matters, but discipline at night matters more. Feed the muscles, respect the timing. Honor the hours when growth happens. That's how results are earned. That's how the strong, lean, unstoppable bodies you see and admire are created. The opportunity is nightly, relentless, and unavoidable. You either take it seriously or you surrender your potential without even trying. The clock is ticking, and your muscles won't wait. Take casein protein, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or any slow-digesting source right before bed. This is not optional. This is the single most overlooked, underutilized, and brutally effective habit that separates those who stagnate from those who dominate. While the world sleeps, your body doesn't. It's repairing, rebuilding, and either growing stronger or tearing itself down depending on the fuel you give it. Fast digesting proteins like whey spike your system and fade quickly, leaving a gap where muscles go hungry. Slow digesting protein fills that gap, feeding amino acids steadily through the night. Every hour your muscles are fed is an hour of progress, an hour of strength, an hour closer to the body you've been promising yourself but failing to build. The simplicity of this hack is deceptive. One small choice, a protein-rich snack before sleep, multiplied over weeks and months, compounds into massive results. Yet millions ignore it, sticking to empty snacks, sugary treats, or nothing at all, convinced that workouts alone will deliver. They won't. Muscles aren't machines you can cheat. They respond only to what they are given at the right time. And timing starts tonight. Imagine your body lying in repair mode, craving nutrients, and instead receiving nothing but neglect. That's what most people do night after night. Strength stalls, recovery lags, fat gains sneak in, progress disappears. Now imagine the alternative. Every night you feed your muscles what they need. Every night your body wakes up rebuilt, stronger, and more resilient. Recovery accelerates, soreness diminishes, and energy surges. Gains that were once elusive suddenly appear. The difference isn't magic. It's biology obeying the rules you provide. Casein protein isn't the only option, but it's the most efficient. Cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, or slow-digesting protein powders work because they release amino acids gradually, giving the body a steady stream of nutrients over 6 to 8 hours. That's hours of uninterrupted repair, hours of muscle growth, hours of silent progress that compounds relentlessly. Combine this with proper sleep, and the body becomes unstoppable. Hormones spike correctly, cortisol drops, muscle is rebuilt stronger, fat is minimized, strength increases. This is how the most disciplined, high-performing athletes operate, by controlling not only what they eat, but when they eat it. And the same rule applies to anyone serious about muscle health. You can train hard, eat well during the day, and still sabotage your gains if the last meal before bed is empty, sugary, or non-existent. That's why this one's simple. Hack works better than nearly anything else. It exploits the time when your body is most capable of transformation. Every neglectful choice before bed is a missed opportunity. Every proper choice is a small victory that multiplies over weeks. And here's the part most people refuse to admit. Consistency matters more than perfection. You don't need a perfect diet all day. You don't need the perfect workout or the perfect genetics. But you do need this habit. One protein-rich night repeated consistently will build strength, repair muscles, and set the stage for gains you can't achieve any other way. It's not fancy. It's not complicated. It's brutally effective, and it's available to anyone willing to act. Excuses cannot feed muscles. Laziness cannot build strength. Stagnation is guaranteed without action. The choice is stark. Take the slow digesting protein before bed and let your muscles work while you sleep, or continue letting every night destroy the progress you earned in the gym. There is no middle ground. No one will do it for you. No one will remind you. No one will magically fix your recovery while you scroll, binge, or snack on junk. The power is entirely in your hands, and the results reflect the discipline you show tonight. Feed your muscles before sleep. Respect the quiet hours. Dominate the repair period. This is the ultimate muscle hack, the one small, consistent habit that can transform your body while the rest of the world wastes the night. Miss it, and months of effort vanish. Use it, and the body you dream of becomes inevitable. No excuses, no waiting, no mercy for neglect. The choice is yours. Here's a truth. Most people don't want to face your body is not a machine you can neglect and expect miracles from. Every skipped habit, every ignored meal, every late night indulgence is logged by your biology, and it will pay you back. Silently, brutally, and without warning. Strength stalls, muscle diminishes, recovery slows, energy crashes, fat sneaks in. You work hard in the gym, push yourself to exhaustion, but your body doesn't reward effort alone. Effort is worthless if it isn't supported by action during the hours when your body rebuilds itself. And the most dangerous part is how invisible this sabotage is. You think progress is happening because you trained today, because you ate enough, because you deserve a cheat snack or skip protein. But your muscles know the truth. Your metabolism knows the truth. Your body doesn't lie. Ignore the signs long enough and months of hard work vanish as if they never existed. Shocking as it may sound, this is exactly what happens to most people. They train, they sweat, they push, and yet they fail. Not because of genetics, not because of lack of motivation, but because they ignore the hours that truly define results. Every night left to neglect is a night where the body cannibalizes its own tissue, where protein is missing, where growth halts. And it compounds. One night of neglect doesn't ruin you. 2 nights don't either, but weeks and months of this behavior bury potential so deep that even the hardest gym sessions can't recover it. Your own excuses are your enemy. Just this once becomes a habit. I'll start tomorrow becomes a pattern. It doesn't matter, becomes the reason you plateau, stagnate, and settle for less than you're capable of. Here's another harsh reality. The body doesn't negotiate. It doesn't forgive laziness. It doesn't wait for motivation or inspiration. Hormones spike or drop based on your choices. Muscle rebuilds or wastes based on what you feed it, and strength grows or disappears depending on the habits you repeat consistently. Every night ignored is a quiet surrender. Every night taken seriously is a victory you can't see in the moment, but that compounds into unstoppable power over time. This isn't a lecture, it's a wake-up call. The harsh reality is that your potential is being destroyed quietly and visibly by neglect, poor timing, and bad habits. You can choose to keep surrendering to convenience and excuses, or you can take control, feed your body, and dominate the hours that actually define results. And it's not complicated. One small deliberate habit, feeding the body slow digesting protein before bed, changes everything. Suddenly, recovery accelerates, muscles grow stronger, energy improves, and strength multiplies. Every hour becomes a weapon of progress rather than a surrender to mediocrity. The shocking truth is that most people will never make this choice. They will continue to blame external factors, complain about genetics, or wait for motivation that never comes. And that's why so few ever reach their full potential. Most of the population settles. Most of the population stagnates. Most of the population fails. Not because they aren't capable, but because they ignore the hours that truly matter. Every night you waste is a silent declaration that excuses are more important than results. Every night you act, even in a small way, is a declaration that progress matters more than comfort, that discipline matters more than indulgence, and that growth is non-negotiable. This is where champions are separated from the rest. Not in the gym, not in the spotlight, not during workouts. Champions are separated by the quiet, unseen hours, the choices made consistently when no one is watching, when effort is invisible. When the body is capable of transformation, if only it is respected. Ignore it, and the body becomes mediocre, weak, and frustrated. Respect it, and the body becomes powerful, resilient, and unstoppable. The reality is brutal, but the solution is simple. Feed the muscles, respect the night, and stop letting excuses define your results. There's no halfway point. Neglect is surrender. Action is dominance. The choice is yours, and it defines the body you wake up with tomorrow.